Alright, have I got a story for you today? My name is Brett, I'm a real estate photographer, and these are real estate photographer stories behind the scenes that you wouldn't see unless you were a real estate photographer. Sometimes they're scary, like this one was very scary. Okay, so I'm going to paint the picture for you. This one happened to me last year, and it was an older 50s house, weatherboard house, empty. The owner had moved out, and the agent sent me there to take photos. It was your standard 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house built in the 50s. Wasn't anything special, was completely empty. And this was in the middle of spring. The weather was quite nice. It was quite mild and warm. It was beautiful. And I went to the back of the house, got the lockbox, opened the door, and started my job. The first thing I do when I get to a property usually is do the floor plan, if there is one as part of the job. So I started measuring up the floor plan. I was walking around the house. So I started at one end and I'm working my way through the house. And I get to the second bedroom and the door's shut. And I open the door and it's ice cold. Absolutely ice cold in this bedroom. In fact, it's shivers running up my spine thinking about it right now. So I measure that bedroom. I walk into the bedroom and the door just goes bang and slams behind me. So I do my measurements and then I open the door again and go into the next room. As I open the door, I leave it open and I'm standing there looking at it and nothing happens. There's no wind, no breath of air in the room, nothing. So I thought, okay, obviously there must have been a gust or something. I walk into the front bedroom to continue doing the floor plan and bang, the door shuts again. The rest of the house is not cold, I might add, just that room. So now I'm feeling a bit off. I'm feeling a bit, something's going on here. I've got shivers running up and down my spine. I'm feeling a bit strange about that one room. I'm getting a really, really bad sense of how that room is. I don't know anything about the history of this house. I don't know what's happened in it. I have no idea. But I'm just freaking out a little. Because as I've said in my other podcasts, I don't believe in ghosts, but I don't not believe in ghosts either. I just don't know yet. I'm just waiting to see. So I finished the floor plan. I thought, you know what, I want to go outside where it's warm. I'm feeling a bit off. So I go outside and I decide to do all the photos outside first. I photograph the whole outside of the house, get nice and warm in the sun, get my wits about me again, feel a bit better, and then I go back into the house. And I think, you know what, I'm just going to photograph everything but that room until last. I'll do it last. So I do all the whole house without any problems, and I open the door and it's ice cold in there again. Now what I usually do with doors that shut all the time is I put my tripod leg against the door, because quite often you have doors that just slowly close by themselves because of the way they're hinged or wind or whatever. So I put the tripod leg down against the door just so it can't shut, and then I line up my shot. And then I hear this tap like this. It's like a... And I look down and the door is just going tap, tap, tap against the tripod. So I'm thinking, this is really weird. So I don't move the tripod, I just leave it and it just continues to tap, just like that, tap, tap. And I thought, there must be a breeze in here somewhere. There must be a breeze coming from somewhere. So I walk into the room and I get into the middle of the room and it's cold. It's so goddamn cold in the middle of the room. And I walk over to the window and there's no air coming in the window. The curtains aren't moving, nothing's happening. It's dead still. And it's just tap, tap, tap. Oh, Jesus. Just thinking about it gives me shivers. Every time I think about this, it makes me shiver. And every time I tell this story, it makes me shiver. So I think, you know what? I'm just going to get out of here. Something's wrong. Something's wrong in this house. I'm just going to get it done. So I take my photos, I move the tripod, and I move the tripod away, and the door stops moving. I think, okay, it stopped moving. So obviously the wind or whatever has stopped. I turn my back, I take 2 steps, and bang! The door goes again. Slam shut. So I go, that's enough. Lights off. Lock the doors. Let's go. So I ring the agent afterwards and say, hey, have you noticed anything weird about this house? And the agent says, apart from that freezing cold room, you mean? And I said, yeah, and I told him about the door and he goes, that's it. I'll never set foot in that house again. I'm going to sell it from out the front. Anyway, if you're liking these stories, you want to see more of them, give this video here a watch, because I actually might have photographed a ghost. Give that a look. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.